Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Exotic Podcast with your host, me, obviously, Exotic Mr. Panda. And I want to start off with the few reasons that I have for starting a podcast thing. I think it'll be fun. Sure, a podcast, 99% of the time has more than just one person, but I feel like doing a podcast would be fun for me. It gives me more time to talk about some things, and it helps me. It can help me plan some future videos, and I can talk about past videos. It's just I want to be. I want to try to do these every week. I'll try to do the best of my ability. Can't promise too much. Maybe it'll be twice in a week, depending on what happens during that week. Maybe it'll be every other week on sometimes, but most of the time I want to try to do every week. And also, I just think it'll be fun to do, instead of making these 6 to 10 minute videos about one topic. I can be 30 to 40 minutes, however long these podcasts will be, and I can just talk about different topics and not really worry too much, because podcasts are supposed to be usually longer and people just have them in the background and just listen to them and shit. So yeah, I have some music playing for the background, so there isn't no noise, and there's not white noise, and there's not guys aren't just hearing me. There's a little bit of background stuff as well. So yeah, it's been in the back of my mind to do a podcast thing, but I just never did it because I wanted to. If I wanted to do a podcast, I wanted to do it with someone. But I mean, I've seen some people do podcasts by themselves, just kind of talking and rambling on, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm just gonna be doing that. And yeah, I'm just gonna go with the flow and just kind of vibe. So my first topic is, if you live in a state or in a country or a place and there's snow, people usually on the first snows, people go fucking stupid. They go monkey brain. They become an actual fucking incel. They are down to their last brain cells when it comes to the first snow, or even any snow. Up here, around here, right? I'm in Michigan. People, whenever it snows, people just act so stupid, especially when it's the first time. But that's not my big old complaint. My complaint is how bad these roads are during the winter. I swear to God, they do not plow around here whatsoever. The back roads will be shit, the main roads will be shit, and it's just ridiculous. Are you kidding me? This is how accidents and stuff happen, and then this is how idiot drivers try to do idiot tricks on the shitty roads, and then they end up doing something stupid and crashing and all this other mumble jumble. Come on, seriously. And when they do plow, they absolutely fucking suck. It doesn't even look like it's plowed. It looks like they just drove over the snow and just packed it. It's genuinely so bad. I can't fathom enough how bad these roads get a lot of the time during winter. It's so fucking unbelievable. It's absolutely mind blowing. You would think in Michigan, especially northern Michigan, that when wintertime comes around, we would be 110% ready, because there is always snow and there's always a shit ton of it. Sure, it doesn't come right on the first day of winter, but give it a couple weeks, and there is a nice foot of snow on the ground. So, like, to be so unprepared like this, it's just fucking insane. Like, they just don't do a good job around here. And, that's some of the case with a lot of other places, and a lot of other places in northern Michigan, because goddamn, I genuinely do not want to be driving on these roads during winter, because they are actual fucking shit. So, yeah, fuck these roads during winter. Am I right or am I right? I'm pretty sure I'm right, especially when there's snow and a shit ton of it too. It's bad. Uh, my next topic is about Boruto. You all know, Naruto's son Boruto, and you know how that show was going. Well, that show was fucking boring. When it focuses on the main story, it's actually pretty good. I enjoy the main story of where it's going and how they're doing it somewhat. I mean, there's a few things that happened in the main story of Boruto that I genuinely did not like, or like I just thought that made no sense whatsoever. And I know a lot of other people thought the same things with certain other things and stuff. And don't get me wrong, the animation in Boruto was really good. Like the animation for like the fight scenes and such, it's genuinely very good. But just overall, the anime itself is just fucking boring. Like, I swear, like 70% of the anime is just filler. It half of most of it, besides the main story, should not be there. It's just these filler arcs. I just cannot understand them. They're just so ungodly boring. Like, what was one? Okay, this arc, I don't know if this will be spoilers or not, so spoiler alert for Boruto if you're really that interested in like it or whatever. So there's this one arc that starts off with what's his name? Mitsuki running off from the leaf trying to find his own will, because he's not like an actual human. He was made, because Orochimaru made him, and he runs off to find his own will. And I swear to God, that arc was the most boring fucking arc ever. And it was just a fucking snooze fest. It went on for fucking ever. That arc did not need to happen, and they killed off a character that generally didn't need to be killed off. I won't say who it is, because that will be into higher spoiler alert territory, and I don't want to give that much away, but I just wanted to give away like the beginning of the arc and how you can kind of picture how it kind of goes. But this where Boruto was generally so fucking boring. Like I I just can't explain it. Like, it's a type of boring that, how do I explain this? Imagine you just sitting there in an empty room with nothing to look at, and all you have to do is sit there, but you're kind of uncomfortable because you're sitting weird, and the room is boring. It's not a comfortable room. That's kind of how Boruto is, like 90% of the time. Like I said, the main story is fucking amazing. I genuinely do like the main story. But when it comes down to like anything else in Boruto, it's generally boring, and I can't. I just can't. Like, there. Even the first few episodes of Boruto were genuinely fucking boring. Like the first episode, it generally didn't appeal to me. And then you go to the second episode, boring. Third episode, boring. So on and so forth. And then it got to like the 10th or 11th, 12th episode around there. It got a little interesting for like a couple episodes. Then back to boring, 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 boring. Oh, that episode was interesting. Boring, boring. And it's been like this. And now it's going to more filler episodes, and it's been a few weeks since I watched it because I genuinely don't want to fucking deal with those filler episodes no more. And if they're not filler episodes, then goddamn they are so boring and they make no sense and they do not need to be part of Boruto whatsoever because they nowhere near tie into the main story at all. So that's yeah, I'm Boruto's just boring. Like there's definitely potential with the main story, but because of all the like the filler shit that they put in there, because it's anime, you gotta for some reason throw in filler shit. It just generally becomes a snooze fest, and I personally get it surprised when there's an actual good episode or when they actually focus on the main story because I swear to God, it never happens in the anime whatsoever. So, goddamn. Just a quick like plug-in. I always put my Discord link in the bio. For my Discord server, we have fun when we're active there. Keep in mind it's still a smaller server because I am still a smaller channel, and just follow the rules, have fun, and feel free to participate in things that happen, like whether it's events or like send a video to a certain channel for me to look at on my channel. Yeah, those sorts of things. So come on down to join the Discord. We're fun, when we're active on it. But yeah. So the Demon Slayer District arc is an absolute masterpiece, unlike Boruto. Okay, the Demon Slayer District arc, it, you really can't go wrong with Demon Slayer in an entire whole because the first season was really good. The Mugen Train was amazing, and then now we're pretty deep into the District arc, somewhat kinda. I don't know, and it's really good. You can call it like the second season of Demon Slayer if you want, but it's called the District arc, and it's I really like it. Like the one thing I always liked about Demon Slayer is there's really no filler episodes. I said this in a previous episode, previous video, that Demon Slayer really doesn't have any like filler episodes. It has like filler parts in an episode, but that entire episode, is still part of the main story, and the filler parts in the episode are actually enjoyable to watch, and they sort of tie into the main story because like whether it's them recovering from an injury and they're just training or something, that sort of thing, it still makes sense on why they are in that situation and why that is a filler part into that filler into the episode that isn't a filler. You know what I mean? So, anyways, back to the District arc. I genuinely like it. Like, it's a good story. I like where they're going with it. Like, it took. How do I say this? I don't know. It has me speechless, honestly, because the fight scenes are so amazing. What they do with Tantro and how he's able to do like certain abilities and such like that, different breathing techniques. It's absolutely like an mind blowing, and I like how it's neatly animated and how it's done, and the story's really good. Uh, the new demons that are there are pretty neat. They're pretty cool. Uh, it, I really just can't like complain about it. Like, it's a 10 out of 10 so far, and by the end of the district arc, I'm probably going to say it's a 10 out of 10 because you, I don't see where Demon Slayer can go wrong. Like, it's sort of doing what Attack on Titan is doing, and it's not really scared to do what other animes are scared to do and then don't want to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about those sort of animes, because they actually do stuff instead of just playing around with it, like playing around with the topic of this happening or that happening. So, and I can definitely tell that the district arc for Demon Slayer is gonna become something really big. Like, it's building up. There's more and more things happening. Uh, Nezuko had like a fucking amazing ass part in it, and she had a really cool ass fight scene, and it was neatly done. And Tanjiro had his fight scene, and that's amazing. And everyone's having their own fight scenes, and it's really good, and you generally cannot complain about it whatsoever. So, yeah, I mean, District Arc, it just has me speechless because it's so good. Like, that's one of there's very few animes that I can say that I can't say anything bad about, and Demon Slayer, is one of those animes, especially with this district arc, because there's nothing wrong with it. There's no holes in it whatsoever. Like, it's just really good. So now, here's some good news, right? I finished school. I'm done with school. I completed all my classes, and I'm super happy about that. Um, the, my high school journey wasn't the greatest. It was kind of just normal. I didn't do much. I mean, there's stuff happened at the high school, like bunch of fights. I remember a kid being thrown into like a window to the library, and that glass just shattered. I mean, there were some interesting things throughout my high school experience. I mean, I didn't really do anything. I mean, the most I did, it was it was back the beginning of the year for 10th grade, and me, my cousin, and a couple of friends would skip school after lunch. We did that a couple of times, and then we got caught because we took one of our friends and he wouldn't jump the fence because he's a fucking fat ass. What a great friend. Never gonna do anything like that with him again. I'll be clear on that. Yeah, we got caught pretty much because of him, and we had because he wanted to go over the fence, so we ended up taking like a whole different path, and then one of the janitors were outside, and they noticed us, and we were gonna be like, oh, we could just play it off like we don't have classes after lunch, because some people at the high school don't, mainly like seniors, because they're all pretty much caught up and they just need a couple of classes and they're free to do whatever they want. So we were taking this new way. It was whatever, and then all of a sudden uh what was he? He was like a principal's aide, that kind of guy. He pulls up next to us and he's like, well, what are you guys doing? And we try to say like, oh, we don't have any classes after lunch. And well, that all backfired for most of us except for one friend. He was able to get away with it, which was amazing. Like goddamn. What? And the thing about that is they only called home for me and my cousin. The other friends didn't get a call from the school. The only people that got a call from the school were me and my cousin. That fucking was a big ass slapper right there. Let me tell you. That fucking shocked. I mean, I was able to sort of play it off, but it didn't really work. Just saying. But I mean, also only been to like one homecoming throughout my high school. This is like my first dance ever, and that was also in 10th grade. I didn't even want to go. My friend ended up buying me a ticket to homecoming, and I was like, shit, now I gotta go. So I ended up going, and I did a lot of sitting. I had no one to dance with, and I really didn't want to dance whatsoever. It was pretty much only there to hang out with friends, but then, like, most of my friends just went their own ways and they were going with other girls and all this, and I'm just kind of sitting there with just myself, looking around, see if I can spot a friend that's just kind of vibing. And go over there, be like, which kind of worked. But then his girl came over there, and I was kind of like a third wheel. I swear to God, I'm always a third wheel. I don't know why. It fucking sucks. It becomes awkward for me because I don't know how to explain that. But I mean, I only been to one dance, and it was a one school dance, and it was the homecoming. I mean, it was all right. There was some drama that happened that kind of ruined the experience. Not with me, just other friends that doing just drama stuff, and I'm just sitting there like, really, more drama, drama, ooh, drama, yeah. Uh, yeah, drama. You hate to see it. And then by we were pretty well into the second semester for 10th grade. I want to say like 2 months, just about. That's when COVID-19 hit. Uh, back COVID-19. That was 2020. Oh wow. Anyways, you know, COVID-19 hit, and then uh, COVID-19 hit, and school kind of let out by the end of March because what they wanted to do was put everyone in quarantine for 2 weeks and then come back, but those 2 weeks kept on getting pushed back to like 4 weeks and 6 weeks, and they were like, okay, fuck it, no more school. Whatever classes you had, that's going to be your final grade. You guys pass if you know. So luckily, I was passing all of my classes for second semester, so I just kind of passed them. uh, with grades for my high school year, ninth grade was probably it was decent. 10th grade got worse. 11th grade, you know, we come back from COVID. We're going 2 days a week. And then here and there we go on quarantine for like whether it's 2 weeks, 4 weeks, a whole month. And let me tell you, I did fucking nothing. All right, I didn't do anything. I failed most of my classes that year. Because of that year, I was going to be a year behind because like I just didn't do anything. I failed most of my classes for that year. I only passed couple art classes and a couple tech classes. And then those were electives. And then all my main core classes like English and math. That's pretty much all I had left by 11th grade. I had two English classes. Had English 10 and English 11 because in 10th grade I failed English 10. But I ended up failing those and math, specifically Algebra 2. And because of that, and then I failed a couple of electives in 10th grade that I want to be able to retake because I already took those, and such. I was going to be a year behind, but this year I went with like this online program that the school had, but we're still going to school 2 days a week. Um, and I made sure I grinded on my work. I didn't want to be behind. I had that opportunity to be able to graduate on time. And in fact, I graduated a whole semester early. I know, it's amazing. I didn't even know that at first. Um, that just slapped me in the face out of nowhere because I thought I was going to be here till like June. But by October comes, I'm getting done with these classes quickly, and they're talking to me like, you could be done by like January or February, and I'm like sitting there just thinking, holy shit, like that's in a few months. I could definitely get that done. And because I was ahead, I was able to like, I didn't have to stay there for the full day. So not only was I going 2 days a week, I was those 2 days I was like 3-4 hours in school, and then I just go home, which was amazing because I genuinely don't like school in the first place, and to be given that opportunity, of course I'm going to take advantage of it. But yeah, I know January comes around, and I finished my last two classes last week, and I just got those classes, and within a few days I finished them. They were easy classes. I got forensics, and I got a natural disasters class, which was pretty easy, especially forensics, because spoiler alert, I took crime lab in ninth grade, and for some reason, all that stuff that I learned in crime lab, like 99% of it stayed with me. So with forensics, I was just click, 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 pass that, click, 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 ace that, click, 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 click. Wow, that's a good grade. Click, click. No, it was just super easy. And then natural disasters had a little bit of interesting things that I genuinely didn't know. And sure, I mean, we're in school and we learn something. That's something. Yeah, but no, it feels good to be finally done with school. Uh, I'm super happy with that. I don't have to deal with school anymore. I can start the rest of my life. I could be able to do more YouTube, and I'll be getting a job soon. And then with that money, I want to be able to get a PC and stuff, and I want to be able to start streaming on Twitch and be able to make better YouTube videos. Whatever. I want to be able to make more. Okay, I don't know what happened to the music right there. LDJ over there. I don't know what the fuck that guy's doing with the music over there, but goddamn, motherfucker probably just passed out. But anyways, I want to be able to get a PC soon and be able to do better YouTube videos, and I'm going to be able to stream on Twitch, and and with the PC, I will be able to do videos I generally want to do on YouTube. I generally want to do more gaming, with actual video games, not just video games you can get on Google Play Store or just look up on Google and just play them from the web. Like actual games like Dark Souls, I want to be able to play Skyrim, I want to be able to play all these different games. that I genuinely enjoy and different games that I have an interest in playing and all sorts of stuff. And with Twitch, I could be able to interact with my community because I used to do Twitch, but it was on my phone and it really wasn't good. And I just kind of did art stuff, and that was very, very scuffed. But with Twitch, with the PC, I could be able to do so much better stuff and all that. So, with me being done with school, it opens up so many opportunities for me to, generally start my life and actually get somewhere where I'm going to be with financially and mentally and physically and like with YouTube and stuff, because I do have a passion for this. I do have a passion for a lot of other things, and with having that school out of the way, I can start doing more things. So that's a very big plus for me. Uh, Now we're coming down to the last topic. All right. And I plan on making a whole deep dive about this specific topic because I genuinely want to know what happened to Yokai Watch. You see that poster in the background with the red cat, right? That is Yokai Watch. It is a Japanese uh, kid-friendly anime, right? And they're it's a show essentially about yokais and a kid with a yokai watch, and he finds yokais with using the yokai watch, and each and he has to befriend the yokais by either, well, there's a few different ways. Sometimes the yokai is nice enough to be like, hey man, I'm gonna be your friend, and or he has to use other yokais, which he has these tokens he puts in the watch, and he can summon different yokais, and he can use the yokais he summoned to attack the yokais that are causing mischief. And once the yokai beats that yokai, the yokai that was causing mischief becomes friends with the main protagonist, which his name is Nate. And there were medals, yokai medals, that they would sell at the store in like blind bags, and I still have them. I still have a shit ton of them. They're put away for now, and like there's different collectibles for Yokai Watch and all that. Not only that, but there were 3DS video games for Yokai Watch. It was Yokai Watch 1, it was Yokai Watch 2, Bony Spirits, Yokai Watch 2, Fleshy Souls, Yokai Watch 2, Psychic Specters, uh, Yokai Watch. I think it was called some sort of battle. Hang on. Yokai Watch. Yokai Watch. I can't remember. Yokai Watch. Oni. Let's do. I genuinely can't remember what it's called. Okay, Watch. Sorry for the scuffness. Okay. Yokai Watch Blasters. Okay. There we go. There was Yokai Watch Blasters, Cat, Dog, and I think Rabbit. Then there was Yokai Watch 3, which, spoiler alert, Yokai Watch 3 was my favorite of all the yokai games. I had so much fun with Yokai Watch 3. There's just so much to do in it, and I genuinely enjoyed it. Then there's a couple of mobile games. There's like Yokai Watch World, Yokai Watch Puni Puni, which those were only Japanese exclusive. You were able to download them on Android because Android you're free to do a lot of other things that Apple users cannot do. Uh, so I played those, and then there was also Yokai Watch 4 that never got released to America. It was on the Nintendo Switch and I believe the 3DS as well. And then there's a Yokai Watch 1 remake for the Nintendo Switch. So they were going good. They really had all these things planned. They had the show going. They were soon going to release Yokai Watch 4 in the States, but then it just never happened. I don't see anything Yokai Watch related at the stories anymore. I don't see anybody talking about it anymore. I genuinely wonder what has happened to Yokai Watch. It really does leave me baffled, and I'm going to be doing a deep dive on what happened to Yokai Watch in a future episode because I genuinely want to know because it's been on my mind for a very long time. Since like 2018, 2019, that's when it started to slowly die off. And then here we are today. You just don't hear about it no more. One of the bigger YouTubers uh, that would play Yokai Watch, his name is Abdallah Smash. Sometimes I just kind of check up to see what he's been up to, and just recently I really just there's just nothing Yokai Watch anymore. Like he plays a lot of Nintendo games that are on Nintendo. So like he'll be playing Mario, Super Smash Bros. Like Kirby, Animal Crossing, all those sorts of games. And one of the game series he's played was Yokai Watch, and it. I haven't seen anything recently of him doing anything with Yokai Watch. He even did a few years ago. He did a Yokai Watch like opening with like collectibles and the medals and stuff, but there's just nothing at Yokai Watch now, and it genuinely leaves me baffled on what has happened to Yokai Watch. Did it like get canceled or something? Did something bad happen with the actual anime, or did something happen when did the games like got a little dark, or like what's up? I genuinely want to know, and like I said in a future video, I'm gonna be doing a deep dive on that. I'm gonna be looking that up here within a few days, and putting it down somewhere, and then I'll be coming back and doing my deep dive on Okay Watch and where the fuck did it go? Because that's something I genuinely fucking enjoyed because it had a good story. It had yokais I really like. Dude, one of my favorite yokais, Lord Enma, Solar Enma. All right, you got what was it? Solar Enma. There was just some cool ass yokais like I generally do want to know what has happened to Yokai Watch. And that really does complete it for the first episode of the Exotic Podcast. Sure, it's a bit shorter than most podcasts, but I'm doing this by myself. I don't want to drag it on for 20 fucking hours. Uh, They might be longer, they might be shorter in the future. Who knows? It just depends on how much I have on my mind to talk about the certain topic that I want to talk about. And, you know, and what happens throughout the week, if there's anything that big that happens. And, you know, like I said at the beginning, I want to try to do these every week. I, you know, I just kind of like sitting down and talking to you guys, technically it's not you guys aren't here, and it's not like Twitch where you guys are watching me live, but you get what I'm saying. So I'll be doing the another one of these in about a week or so. I'll be doing a bit of a deep dive on Yokai Watch here soon and try to figure out what has happened to Yokai Watch. And then I'll be doing a video on that. Yeah. Like I said, come join the Discord server. We're fun to hang out with. I mean, yesterday, well, you know, I guess yesterday for me, the Discord was pretty fun. It was active because stuff happened. Troller versus troller. I was a troller to someone, and then they came in. Yeah, we were just all having a good time. At the end, we all just kind of became friends, And yeah, that's all I really have. We're so close to 50 subscribers as of right now. We have 45 subscribers, only need 5 more subscribers till we hit 50 subscribers. I've been trying to think of stuff to do for like a 50 subscribers special. I have a couple things in mind, but who knows, right? And if you stuck to the end till now, thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me, and I really hope these podcasts go well. And that's all I really have to say for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you, guys, if you watch this or put this in the background. It genuinely means a lot to me. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast. All right, that'll be in like a week. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video, which should be maybe tomorrow or the next day of tomorrow. Who knows? Thank you guys so much. Have a great day or night, and I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye. Take care. Peace. Kiss. Mwah.